what's the best thing that can happen, So therefore, it is necessary for people to understand, in spite of everything, you can still, there's so many people doing it. Why not you?
Right.
If you have an idea, and actually, if you do want to promote, like this is what we do here. We encourage entrepreneurs to come here to share their stories, to tell the community about what they do, because we want people to know that they have a space. We want people to know that you're not alone as an entrepreneur. You're not alone. We can guide you to the journey. Not only that, we also offer a space in our television station to guide people, to show them how to, talk about their product, how to present themselves. So this is something that we're passionate about. So we brought you here. We're proud of the work that you're doing. We love your food. We just tasted your pickles. It's delicious,
so
guys.
good.
If you have not ordered it, you do need to order it. We will share the phone number with you in just a little while, so you can order some, from Dherlie. Let me tell you, it's really, really delicious. Whether you eat it with rice or with meat or whatever it is that you want, you're going to love it. But the most important thing is, for those of you who want to succeed in life, those of you who want to make a difference, you're ready to launch your business, reach out to us. Earlier we told you that we have Miss Dherlie with us, and she is a chef. She is, I'm going to call her a pickles expert, because I've tasted her pickles. But she's here with us today, so to not just to educate the community, but to share her story. So, Dherlie, just before the commercial, we were covering, some specific, we educating the community, telling people what to do, and how even, in regards to making sure they have the right documents, right?
Right.
So, how do we move forward? Once everything is done, we have the paperwork, they have the business. What would you tell someone to do, someone who's afraid to start their own business in your field?
I would say do it anyway. There's not a point where you're going to feel, okay, you'll get to a point where you feel more comfortable and more confident, but there's never going to be a time where you're not afraid. I've gone before the supermarket managers hundreds of times. Every single time I'm nervous. Every single time I'm like, what if they say no? What if, you know what I mean? And I rarely get a no, but I always am nervous. So I say, if you're afraid, if you believe in your product, you've done all the work that you need to do in order to get it out there. You have your website, you have your social media. Social media nowadays is very important. It's very important that you stay active on social media. You have your cards, you have everything, all your ducks in a row. Now it's time to just go out there and do it and be consistent. And another thing, don't stone me for this, but our people are not very good with customer service.
No, we're not. Let's be honest. We are
So,
not.
Customer service is key. The client is always right. And that's key.
Let's say that again. We
The
do want to
client,
emphasize.
let's go. The client is always right.
And listen, it's not just a thing. It's
the
a
truth.
fact.
Yes.
If someone go on my website or inbox me and say, I received my Pikliz, but the lid was cracked. I received my Pikliz, but it was not my fault.
Right,
I sealed it. I cushioned it. I make sure to get, maybe the people delivering it dropped it. Maybe they dropped it. I don't know. And someone even called me once and said, it's less. The jar is smaller. I never changed my jar. And so I say, okay, I'll send you another jar. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not going to happen all the time, but sending someone one jar is not going to destroy your business.
Yeah.
But guess what it's going to do? It's going to make that person feel like, oh, okay, she's, and order more. Tell someone else to order.
You might have
know
a
what I mean?
lifetime customer.
Yeah.
And I do. And that person, they continue. And I said, I'll send you another jar. And they're like, oh, wow, thank you. And I think she hit me up thinking I was going to argue with her and go back and forth. I was like, I do apologize. I will send you another jar.
That's the customer service out of her.
Yes.
And I wrapped up another jar at my cost, and I sent it to her.
Yeah.
And she's, ever since I've been in business 5 years, and she's always ordered from me.
Lifetime
So,
customer.
yeah, always aim to make the customer happy.
Yes. Yes.
Always aim, and even if they curse at you, take a
Smile.
deep breath and smile.
Yep.
Always apologize, because it's your business. You're trying to sell them something. They can go somewhere else. There's a bunch of other people that sell Pikliz, but they chose me. So it's my job to keep them coming back to me. Not only with the product. Your product could taste good, but if I'm not giving them the right customer service, so many businesses who has great products have gone out of business because they have such terrible customer service.
You know, it's so true. I am in the process of looking for an event space for a masquerade ball that we're having in December. And I've called several places because I'm looking for this idea of the vision that we have. And there was one lady who particularly answered the phone. She was so rude. And I couldn't even talk to her and tell her what I wanted. I hung up the phone. And I put a big X on her, because I have a list of people that I'm calling. And next to her name, I put a big X and I put rude. And this lady will never have my business. She might not know it,
Right.
but I remember her name the name of her business, and I have friends who have friends.
Oh yes, the
Who
best
have friends.
publicity, word of mouth.
Yes, yes. So the
Exactly.
idea is we really need to pay attention. You know, earlier we talked about the bad customer service in our community. I really think that we need to change the way we serve people. When someone walks into your restaurant, they're not doing you a favor. Just because, you're giving them food. There's an exchange. There's money, and you're giving them something in return. So we're supporting each other. You want them to eat your food, and they want to eat your food, and they're willing to pay you money for it. But they want that customer service. I'm a sucker for customer service.
I'm a sucker as well, Maggie. I want to hop on that as well. Customer service is so valuable. I have gone out and eaten for $20, and the customer service was so wonderful, so pleasant that I tipped $20. For an example, I have this place that I go. The gentleman at the bar always remember, it's not my name, but he remembers my drink. Not only that, when I tell him thank you at the end, he said, no, thank you.
Well,
I feel so special, and he does it to everybody, not just me. No, it's not because he likes me. That too, maybe. But no, he just have great customer service. I see his interaction with others, and it is so important, especially people in the restaurant business.
Yes.
If you're a bartender, if you're a waiter, that's how you make your living.
Yes.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude. And if you own a business, yes, we have that mentality in the Haitian community. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. That's pretty much without saying it sometimes, your body language or not providing the utmost best service as possible. It's kind of what you're telling us. Therefore, I really hope our community, our Haitian community, do better. And we are the same way we are here. We pick up the language. Let's pick up the customer, the American
habits.
customer service, the good habits, the customer service. It will take you a long way, your business. And as Dherlie said, being able to, don't argue with the customer, providing her with, exchanging the merchandise, the product, whatever it may be. Now you get to keep a valuable lifetime customer. That's definitely the way to do it.
And not just that customer is going to refer you to somebody else.
Exactly.
And that's,
Create
and that's
your
how you-
business.
Yeah, that's how you grow your business. Yeah, because
that's
go ahead.
That's what you aim for.
Yes.
And
Yes.
as a business, or you aim for them to give you positive feedback. That's why it's so important for on Google. When you Google something, what's the first thing you do? You look at the reviews.
The reviews.
If you
they
see
will-
bad
they will
reviews,
kill
you're like,
you.
next. You know what I mean? And I have no bad reviews on any of
Awesome.
my platforms.
Awesome.
None.
And mind you, we're never gonna satisfy everybody.
Right.
One or two
right.
is
It's gonna
okay.
be somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
One or two,
generally
right.
speaking,
Right.
overall, you wanna have great reviews and provide great customer service. Now, Dherlie, you had mentioned earlier when you are approaching those stores, you do get nervous.
Yes.
As well as you might get rejected, right? I'm sure you have heard some no's. How did you not let that stop you or get demotivated, not being motivated to continue to proceed? And what kept you going?
Well, like I said earlier, my passion for it keeps me going. And it's, my business, it's my baby. If I give up, then I have nothing. So I'm gonna, even if you get, some days I get a lot more no's than I do yes. And what I do is I cultivate like rebuttals.
Good.
So if the person say no, I don't say okay and then
And
walk
fold.
away.
You don't fold.
So a lot of times, usually I take a contract, or I take a deal on the spot that they're going to commit to this much every week or every month or whatever. But if they like, oh no, we don't want it, whatever, I will say, okay, I'll give it to you on consignment. I'll leave it here and I'll come next week and do a taste demo. And if your customers don't like it, that's yours to keep. That's it. And 10 out of 10 times that works.
10 out of 10.
It works.
That's it.
And so, sometimes if they say no and they don't even want the taste demo, sometimes they don't even want that. They just don't want to deal with that product, period. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And I walk away and I go on to the next. So, as a entrepreneur, we can't be afraid. I don't like rejection at all. At all. It makes it
I don't
sucks
think
the
any
life
of us
out of
do,
me.
right?
Right. But I don't know, some people take it
better.
like someone can take a punch better than others. I'm the same. I can't take a punch and I can't take rejection. And so when I'm rejected, it really like
It's
sucks
personal.
the life. It's personal and it sucks the life out of me. And so I'm a woman of faith, and I pray and I ask God to fill me back up because that honestly drains me when I hear no.
Yes.
And especially when you have a good product, and for the person to tell you no for no good reason, it's so. Even if you're hearing those no's, keep going, do what you do, take a deep breath, take a break, breathe, and if you have to re-strategize, if you see that something you're doing is not working, and then you keep getting the no's, you have a good product, your friends and family say you have a good product, but the people are not receiving it. Maybe your delivery, the way you offering it to them is not so re-strategize, talk to some people, maybe get a marketing person to help you.
Yes. Very important.
to reach out. So my advice is don't give up.
Don't give up. Push through.
Push
the
through.
word of the day. Push through.
Yes.
Now, Dherlie, you have also mentioned contract with the stores. If you don't mind sharing with us, is it normally by percentage? Is it when for each jar they sell, you get how does it go?
Usually, if they know how much the shelf, so it's like the shelf space, what shelf space they have.
So do
and
you
how
purchase
much
a space there?
There's very, very few supermarkets that requires you to purchase to rent the shelf space, but by and large they give you the shelf space. But the space is only for so many. So if it can only hold, in my cases of Pikliz, if it can only hold 2 cases, and you have to watch, with the smaller supermarkets, you have to watch it. They're not going to call you and say, okay, we're running out, bring us more. I have to really monitor those stores and see how long it takes for those 2 cases to sell. So I know, okay, every week I have to bring them 2 cases, every 2 weeks, every month. You know what I mean? So, but they're not going to allow you to bring more than that. There's some shelves that allow you to do 5 cases. Some will take 10 cases because their refrigerator space, they'll keep 5 in the. So it depends on how much the store themselves want and how much.
Okay, to elaborate on that, let's say they want 20. And they sell all 20. Do you get a percentage? Let's say they were selling at $10.
I sell it to them up front. I have a wholesale price that I sell it to them. So if I sell them 10 cases at so many dollars a case, they either pay me up front or they mail me a check.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So therefore, it doesn't necessarily have to wait. They don't have to wait for all the merchandise to be okay.
They pay.
That's
Most
great.
of them, it's cash on delivery. They pay me as soon as I deliver it. They give me a check. Or once I deliver it, they keep and then within a week or 2, they send me a check.
And I'm sure the more you sell, the more they want to have that particular product in there on their shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
That is great to hear.
Yeah.
And people, those are the questions I'm sure you might have and how it works. And now, would you say different store have deal differently in the sense on how they pay, if they want to pay upfront or not, or that's usually the case?
That's usually the case. There's a few stores that will mail you a check. Some stores will write you a check on the spot, and some stores will give you cash on the spot. Great. So it depends on the bigger stores usually mail you the check. The smaller ones will give you cash on, and the medium ones will write you a check on the spot. So it depends on the store themselves. So
wonderful.
Yeah. I think these are great
questions.
Yeah, conversation that we're having, because many times I encounter people who want to know how to do a business, but they do not know. We're sharing details.
Yes.
We're giving great information here. As long, especially like how do you get paid for the product, because
you want that money.
Yeah, you go to different stores, you see all these products there, but you sometimes walk in and you actually see those people coming in and putting those little bags or whatever it is, or pickles on the shelves, and you wonder, well, where's the owner? Because the store is not the one doing it, but we don't know what the process is. And now we're learning about the process. We're learning about, if you have a product, if you have something that tastes good, that, since the focus of this show is mainly, for entrepreneurs that are doing business, just like Dherlie, if you have something like that and you want to put it on the shelves in a store, regardless, right? Of whether it's Publix, whether it's this, whether it's that one, Winn-Dixie, or whatever it is, they're not gonna say no to you because you're a small business. Actually, most of the product there come from small business owners.
They
right?
have even Walmart. They have a